The MSE01 is a new MagSafe compatible M.2 NVMe SSD enclosure by MINIX. It easily snaps on securely to even my Samsung S24 Ultra MagSafe case. In the box we get the MSE01 SSD enclosure, a very short, flat and high quality USB-C to C cable to connect the device to your phone, a screwdriver to install the SSD in the enclosure, a few different sized heat dissipation silicone tapes to go on top of your SSD, a must-have. And what is a screwdriver without a screw? And last but not least, a colorful, detailed user manual in couple different languages. The main device itself comes in just one color, which is this light blue one. Company branding at the front and the MagSafe ring at the rear. Both these sides, by the way, have a matte finish. And we get something or the other on all of the other sides of this enclosure. A power delivery Type-C charging port, which can be used to also charge your phone while you access the files in the SSD. The other Type-C port that would connect to your phone via the already provided small cable of the same color. And then on the final side of this enclosure, we get a very welcome feature, which are the headphone jacks for both Type-C as well as a 3.5mm one. I've tested both these ports using my older phone's Type-C earphone as well as my almost 5-year-old professional Audio-Technica headphones, the ATH M50X. And I couldn't find any loss of sound quality using either of these devices. You would need to buy an external SSD separately, as there is none included in the packaging. Shout out to MINIX for providing me with a 512GB of SSD storage to test out the sample unit. On the inside we get a few other holes as well, meaning that it can easily accommodate larger SSD types as well. It fits most SSDs in the market with a maximum capacity of 4TB, which is really useful as iPhone's internal storage can get real expensive real fast in comparison. The file transfer speeds between this and an external device such as your iPhone or even a laptop are super fast. That can reach up to 1050 megabytes per second. This SSD enclosure can also charge your phone while you access the files in your SSD, which I think is absolutely essential since accessing the files in the SSD will otherwise use up the phone's battery instead. Which is why in order to access the files in the SSD, there is a separate Type-C port provided in the enclosure. One port to access the phone and one port to give power to the SSD enclosure, the MINIX MSE01, and in the process charge the phone as well as keeping things a bit portable. All in all, this SSD enclosure, the MINIX MSE01, does work pretty well with an Android phone also and not just an iPhone.